Why in the hell did you have to let this book exist? Let it get into the hands of Ava Page? Why? But even as those harsh considerations stomped across his mind, Thomas knew they were empty of meaning. He loved this journal, this book, these words of his friend. Any pain they brought back only served to frame the bigger picture, the canvas upon which a piece of Newt's life had been painted, for them to have forever. For their kids to have. For posterity. A museum piece of memories, the good and the bad. Thomas thumbed through the pages of the journal and chose one at random, though he cheated and erred toward the front when Newt's symptoms had only begun to blossom. No one knew exactly when he'd started writing because there were no dates and not a lot of references to specific events. But the passage that Thomas read now had to be the day they'd left their friend behind, in the Burg, while they stole their way into the city of Denver. Thomas breathed in each word, savored it, pondered it. I feel like a dick saying this, but I gotta get out of here. Can't take it anymore. I love these people. I love them more than I could have possibly ever loved anyone. And I obviously say that because I can't remember my mom and dad. But I imagine it would be like this. Family. That's what they are. Thomas, Minho, everyone. But I can't be with them one more day. It's killing me, and that ain't some bloody joke. I'm done. For them, I'm done. Gone. And that ain't a joke either. I guess these words just come naturally. Killing. Gone. Gotta put this diary down now. I have another note to write. Thomas closed the book and placed it back on the shelf above his head. Then he lay down on his side, legs curled up to his body, head on forearm, and he stared at the wet fields of ocean that stretched to every limit of thought and sight. Beneath that rough, wavy, sketched icing surface, he knew that billions of creatures lived, oblivious to things like cranks and deserts and mazes. They swam and they ate, their world probably hurt by the sun flares that had ravaged the lands above, but just as likely healing all the faster. Someday, surely, the order of things in the natural world would do just fine. But what about us, he thought. What about the humans? And then, despite his eyes being wide open, staring at the fathomless reach of the ocean, all he could see were images of people. Newt, Teresa, Albie, Chuck. So many lives lost. Man, you're depressing, he chided himself. Somehow, for today at least, he had to stop thinking about all this crap. He got up, grabbed Newt's journal, and headed down the path that wound its way along the cliff and through the sandy grasses, finally leading to the new glade. It wasn't much as of yet, but someday it might be. Give the humans a chance, right? "Hey!" someone shouted from up ahead. Frypan. "I figured out a new way to cook these damn fish." Thomas could already smell it. Part 1. 73 years later. It's a funny thing, losing what you love. When able, I think often about loss. If I could go back in time to my earliest youth, and some godly, magical being had shown me the future and given me a choice, what would I have chosen? If this God had revealed to me the two major losses of my life and allowed me to prevent only one, which would I have selected? Newt, this heavenly creature might have said, your mind or your friends? I now know my answer. What's the difference? The Book of Newt. Chapter 1. Trinity of Terror. 1. Alexandra. In a place